The World Bank has announced it has raised nearly $24 billion to provide loans and grants to some of the world's poorest nations. This funding can be leveraged to generate a total of $100 billion in spending power. According to a World Bank spokesperson, donor countries committed $23.7 billion to replenish the bank's concessional lending arm, the International Development Association, IDA. This marks a slight increase from the $23.5 billion pledged in the previous fundraising round 3 years ago. The bank can use this funding to borrow from financial markets, allowing it to leverage the amount raised by approximately 4 times. This will unlock about $100 billion in new loans and grants, up from $93 billion in 2021, the World Bank statement said.
We acknowledge the efforts of individual donors to mobilize scarce fiscal resources for IDA and their continued commitment to support the countries who need it most. And thanks to the IDA unique leveraging model, this $23.7 billion will generate a total of $100 billion in financing, the largest replenishment in IDA history.
This funding will support the 78 countries that need it most, World Bank President Ajay Banga stated separately, referring to developing nations eligible for IDA assistance. He added that it would help provide resources for investments in health, education, infrastructure, and climate resilience, stabilize economies, and create jobs. The World Bank's announcement followed 2 days of talks in Seoul, South Korea, where President Suk-yeol had declared martial law, but later backtracked under pressure from lawmakers. IDA has become the largest source of concessional climate finance, with about 2/3 of all IDA funding directed to support African countries over the past decade. The World Bank, an international development organization owned by 187 nations, the United States, Japan, and several European countries, including the United Kingdom, Germany, and France, contribute a significant portion of the funding. This year, the U.S. committed a record $4 billion in new funding to IDA, while countries like Norway and Spain also increased their financial contributions. China, Turkey, and South Korea have graduated from developing economy status and are now donors to the fund.